see in some cases they have their faces masked, and they're now again making their way down a side street. This is why it is so difficult for the police officers in this particular instance, because they are doing their very best to try and contain this. The difficult thing is, along every one of these roads, there are a number of shops with high value items, and they're particularly targeting stores that have fashion, they're targeting stores that have jewellery items. You can just see, we take a look at both of us here, Justin, you can see another van is moving in, again trying to move them into one contained position. It's really tough here though because of Manchester's layout, and in fact some of them are now coming out from the side streets again. You can see the faces masked as they do. And the police standing in front of stores. I'll turn you around in a second to show you one of the stores, because there has been a store that's already been looted here. But now they're down another side street. Now the police moving in here, trying to stop them, and in fact we're seeing now we've got somebody with a face mask. The police officer is asking him to remove his hood and to remove his mask. This is one of the things that they're particularly trying to do. They're trying to make this, as they call it, a sterile zone. Nobody with caps, hoods or masks. Now the police are just going to withdraw, and if we just stay where we are for a second, and we'll turn around and let the police withdraw and get on with their business, because they have had a difficult operation here tonight, and they will move further back. Let me just show you one thing here. This is the diesel store. Now, it was badly targeted earlier on this evening. You can probably see just in front of it, there's a number of things lying outside it, including fashion items. And those were just left because they were moving away. And here's something else I want to show you. Plastic bags. These have been used and actually carried. There's a whole pile of them outside the front of the diesel store. And they've been used to basically gather goods and to move those goods out of shops. There is no doubt that they are concerned with looting. Just a short time ago, I was speaking to a man. In fact, I can call Ian over. Ian, if I just bring you over. This is Ian, who runs one of the shops inside the Manchester city centre. You've only returned to your store this evening, and it's in a bad way.
Oh, it's in a very bad way. There's nothing left. It's all gone. So we stopped trading effectively. There's nothing we can do now. We're just going to try and board it up, and we'll hopefully get home. But all the stock's gone or it's smashed. So that's it. That's where we are.
And when you take a look at some of those youths who were wandering about the streets there, the truth is that they are 14, 15, something like that. Just move over and show you that the police have just stopped a car there. They're now searching a car, and they are pulling some people out of that car at the moment. They're letting them back in, and they're walking away from that car. But it's a very tense situation, as you can probably tell. Ian, you can probably give a sense of the tension. I mean,
this is a war zone, literally. I've never seen Manchester like this in my life. This is unbelievable. Please, if you've got any thoughts about coming to Manchester just to see this, don't. Stay away. This is a war zone.
It's really not a spectator sport.
No, it isn't. And there are people doing that.
Take a look at what is happening here. People will talk about why these riots are happening. Do you have any doubt that riots are happening?
It's just greed, criminality and greed. That's all it is. It's just taking advantage of a situation. This poor guy got killed in London, fine, but he's not in Manchester. They're just taking advantage of the situation. It's wrecking the entire place. Manchester has been wrecked. I mean, there's a lot more devastation when the bomb went off, but if this carries on for a few more nights, there won't be a city left.
And what do you think of the police response? We saw them in action there.
Yeah. They're very good. They're trying their best, but they're so fluid. These gangs are hit. They strike for a couple of minutes, and then they're off at speed on bikes, and they are just moving at such a pace on the phones. They know where they all are, and they're just hitting it. The police are just trying to play catch up. They need more police. Unfortunately, we have what we have.
The difficult thing is, we've also heard, because we can't get further into the centre here, but towards the Arndale Centre as well, we've also heard that there are problems.
Oh, it's massive, yeah. There's loads of stores being set on fire. It is a war zone. Manchester is going to take a lot to recover from this.
And Ian, you talked about that, and when you take a look at it, and you talked about the nights to come, are you concerned about the nights to come?
Well, it doesn't matter, my shop's finished now, so it's the city I care about, but it's gone. If it carries on like this, there will not be a city here. That's a fact. My shop can't get any more damage than it is. So it's happened in the first night. In hindsight, perhaps you should have moved the stock out. But you think you're safe in the UK, but you're not.
Ian Kinsella, thanks very much indeed, and I'll let you get back to your store. Yeah, no, thanks very much.